This is the CMC Markets Connect Volatility Report. With US markets closed on Tuesday for the Independence Day holiday, volatility was thin on the ground given the number of instruments simply not being traded during the session. Cairn Homes was, however, something of an outlier after a number of sector peers saw target price downgrades from brokers. Whilst this didn't directly implicate Cairn, and the builders' focus on the booming Irish housing market was also reflected in earnings news this week, the stock still ended up under pressure. One-day vol stood at 70.36% against 59.3% for the month. AstraZeneca also saw elevated levels of price action after the stock looked to claw back some gains following those hefty losses at the start of the week. The impact of any bargain hunting ultimately was rather muted, but this was still sufficient to drive the daily vol print to 34.42% against 31.12% for the month. And the Aussie Dollar found itself in focus with the RBA's rate call driving some activity here. Opinions had been divided as to whether the Reserve Bank would look for another hike in rates this month, so the decision to hold initiated a degree of Aussie dollar weakness. A notable, albeit brief, spike on Aussie sterling was sufficient to drive price action on the cross. One-day vol sat at 9.64% against 8.4% for the month.